everybody doing today? Hope everybody's well, healthy. Hope everything's going good for you all. We had a little snow here. Yeah, winter's coming to the Northland. Still a bit of snow on my car and truck out there, but I think it'll melt and we'll get a few more days of nice weather. Anyway, I started working on my end scale again. I'm going to be working in the back corner, the right corner of my layout, where I have the McNamara farm. I'm going to add some trees between the barn and the house. I wanted to get rid of some of the blue I saw in my sky there, down low to my layout, to make it look more full. And then I'm going to add a woods and kind of a raggedy cornfield, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to start on that now. So I picked up some corn. You can see it there. And I'm going to try and put that on that cardboard and make a field. And then I got some apple trees. These apple trees are going to be planted in various places on the layout, but there's 2 or 3 of them I'm going to put down on the farm. And then I've got that fall scenery there, those little trees. And I'm going to put some of those along this area also. So I'm going to get to it now and see if I can make that look like a field. Well, at first I was thinking about using a piece of cardboard and then gluing these little pieces. They're almost like well, they're soft. It looks like styrofoam, but it's soft. And I was going to use those for my rows of corn, but it doesn't look right, you know? So I was sitting here thinking, what can I use? So I had to go and see what else I could use, and I walked around the corner of, where I work. And wouldn't you know it, I was looking down there. And you see that corrugated box? I thought, wow, I wonder if that could work somehow. Well, I had to try it. So I took the cardboard and I peeled off the back side of it. And this was my second try. The first one I did just mangled everything up. But I did manage to get this pulled off. And then I glued it on that other piece of cardboard that I was going to put the cornfield on. And then I took my end scale ruler, and I don't see it around here right now, but I measured the rows to see how far apart they were. And they're, I would say 3 feet in end scale. So I thought, well, how far is a real row of corn? And let me tell you, that Google is your friend. 2.5 to 3 feet apart. So I thought, wow, that's going to work. So now I wanted to make like raised furrows, When you walk down a row of corn, there's a raised part where the corn's been planted. And that's what I want to do. But this is actually too deep. So I'm going to try and fill this in. And see if I can't make this look a little better. Don't laugh now, but I use anything I can find to hold stuff down while I'm working on it. I took and used some just general taping compound. I use that a lot for these small projects, and I smeared it in between those ridges to try and make him look less dominant. I might even coat it again before I'm finished, before I go on to my next step. Well, that's as far as I'm going with this now, and then I've got the holes drilled for my corn stalks and some trees I'm going to put in the background. This is the section that'll bump up to the farm, and I cut the end kind of, ragged looking because I don't want it to just end straight. And it's easy to landscape it and make it blend in that way too. So that's kind of what I came up with for dirt. And the dirt is this. It's a khaki. And then I put a wash on it with black. And these are acrylics. And then this is the color I've been using here. English Ivy Green is what I've been painting all of my layout with. It goes underneath the grass, and then I'll put grass on top of that. So now this is it. I'm going to put this on my layout, and then I'll finish it while it's there. You know, when I painted my bluffs, that was just 3 colors of paint I used. I did a gray, and then I did a brown wash over the gray, and then a black wash over the brown, and that's how that came out. But over here, I have to try and simulate, you know, a thick woods. I want a thick woods behind this cornfield, and you know what? I am not an artist. Yeah, don't laugh too much. Yep. But I think once I get my trees in, I've added a few more trees in the farm. You can see back there. I didn't want to see any more blue, and I wanted to hide it as much as I could. But that's also where my light string is. There's lights in the clouds, and then there's a light down just between the foam and the backdrop itself. So if I cover up my lights, I won't be able to see anything back there when it storms. So I did the best I could without, you know, ruining that effect. And I think this will be okay once I get my trees in, but we'll see. This is about where I'm at now. And I'm going to continue working on that, at least get the trees in, and then we'll go to the next step. Hey, I'm just winging this. You know, I am not an artist. I can't draw anything, but if this can look like a thick forest when I get done, then I guess I'd met my goal anyway. What a mess I make every time I want to do something. Anyway, I'm this far with it. I put in some trees behind the farmhouse and that. I think that looks a lot better now. And it looks like that painted area came out okay. I think that looks like a forest, so I don't have to work with some of the landscapes, the grass, and get the corn in. I did stop it, you know, at the end there you see some painted wall there. I'm not sure what I want to do from this point on just yet, but that's where I'll probably end it eventually. Well, if you're not familiar with my layout, that's the McNamara farm right back there in that corner. Just a little story behind it. It's not a model of anybody's real farm. It's a model of how I would probably like a farm if I owned it, you know. I love the windmill and the old atmosphere of it. And I call it the McNamara farm because I do have a real good friend that owns a real working farm not far from where I live, and she's just a real good friend, good-hearted lady, and I like to include her in my layout. I do that with a lot of different things. There's things you'll notice in my layout where I call people's names and that sort of thing. I use them in my layout. About where her quilts are hanging on the out to dry. I guess she washed them and she was drying her quilts. I don't know. And that's about where I stopped. And the new part that I just added was this section right there. So there you can see Mrs. McNamara. She's backed the pickup truck into the open area there by her cornfield. I don't know what she's doing. She does have a load of stuff in her truck. She's probably going to some, you know, farmer's festival type deal, you know, a farmer's market or something. I see Diane Bianchi there too, and she's taking photos of whatever's in that truck. You know, she takes photos of everything, this woman. And then I do see, oh, Todd. Yeah, he's there. And you know that man with the cane? I just don't know who he is, but I see him around town constantly. He's all over the place. But yeah, that's what's going on there today that I can see. Well, I don't know. It looks like I muddled through that okay. Yeah, I came up with what I wanted it to look like, I think. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not sure what I'm going to add to the end, but, you know, I think of these things after a while. I don't have any real plans for the layout. You know, even when I started, I knew what I wanted to do as far as the track, and I knew I wanted some spurs, but I didn't go around marking out all my buildings and that sort of thing. I've been buying buildings. I know I want them on my layout, but I'm not sure exactly where, and it just kind of comes together as I build it. So that's just the way I do things. So anyway, I'll catch you on my next one. Have a great day. God bless you all. And hey, give me a like, and you can subscribe and share it with those that might be interested. I'll catch you later.